Nookbookers. Thanks for tuning in for this week's podcast. So, this week I am doing a review on Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Now, I have had this book in my Audible library for well over a year. So I kind of I pushed myself and I got the hard copies. I've got the sequel as well, Crooked Kingdom, to read. I don't know. It's the first real book about just a heist outside of magic, Grecian magic. There's not really much of a fantasy element to it for me. Maybe that's what it is. I'm too much of a fantasy reader. I need it to be a little bit more heavy. It's great for I would totally recommend this for beginners getting into fantasy and figuring out what kind of writing style and world building and characters and everything that really fits your taste. And I won't lie, I will read the second one because I bought the second one, but I did struggle to get through this. And I'm disappointed because there was so much positive reviews around this. I've heard a fair bit of hype about it on social media, but like I said, I think I needed a little bit more fantasy. But it was kind of I listened to a part of it via my Audible book of it, and I didn't realize the character of Aelin Galathynius and Bryce Quinlan in the Sarah J. Maas universe, the same voice actor or actress does the voice of Nina in this book. Yeah, it was definitely a shock to suddenly hear the voice of Selena Sardathian / Bryce Quinlan / Aelin Galathynius. But yes, okay, so about the book itself, other than just how I feel about it, it's essentially about the criminal underbelly of one city, but the city, it's obviously one part, and there's a world out there, but it's mostly about this criminal gang who does this ridiculous heist for various reasons. The magical element in it is the Grisha, and then you have the witch hunters. I can't remember their proper name. Forgive me. And this group of criminals, they break into this prison to try and get a prisoner out, who they then leverage for a lot of money. But there's a double crossing and moles, if you will, on the inside of the group. So there's a lot of, you bounce between a lot of points of view or POVs. I think it's 3 or 4 different characters at least, if not a couple more. Because you come at it from Brecker, he's the leader of the group. Then you have Nina, she is the Grisha of the group. Jasper, who's a sharpshooter, and I think he's also Grisha. Oh gosh. And then you have the Wraith. That's another one. And then you have one that used to be one of the witch hunters. So yeah, there's every chapter is kind of a different POV. So you're getting a lot of information, but you don't get too much, I don't know, there's just not enough character backstory build up for me. I don't feel as invested in the characters because I think it bounces around from POV so much. You get bits and pieces along the way, but you never really get the full picture. I mean, maybe that changes in the second book. It's why I will read the second book, so that I'm not being too hasty on the series. But I would give this book a 3 stars. I mean, it's well written and it's a good pace and whatnot, but like I said, I think it's not heavy enough in fantasy for me. But yeah, totally give it a shot if you're just getting into fantasy. I think it's a great stepping stone. And stay tuned for the summation when I read the second one. So have an awesome weekend, my Nookbookers, and as always, much love. Mwah.